Is Jalen Brunson about to take a massive hometown discount to stay with the Knicks and give them more flexibility to make a move for another superstar? We're going to break that down on today's show. But first, if we get any more information on Jalen Brunson's contract, a Tom Thibodeau contract, or anything this summer, we're going to make a video. Free, informative, entertaining updates every single day this summer on the Knicks. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We'll talk about Tom Thibodeau and the rumored contract extension that he is going to sign this offseason. But I want to start talking about the news of the day that circles the New York Knicks, and it's Jalen Brunson and his contract extension. And it sounds like he is going to take a massive, massive discount to stay with the Knicks and keep them in play for upcoming superstars in free agency. Steve Popper of Newsday, credit to him, reported this morning. All indications are Jalen Brunson is willing to sign a 4-year, $156 million contract extension this summer, providing 5 more years of certainty in New York rather than waiting until next summer for a 5-year, $270 million contract extension. Jalen Brunson is leaving a lot of money on the table. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and I understand why he's doing it, and I understand why he's not. But I've just got mixed emotions on this subject. As a selfish New York Knicks fan, I want everybody to take a hometown discount so we can add more great, talented players to this team. But if there's any player that deserves a full max, that full 5 for $270, it is Jalen Brunson. He saved New York basketball. He saved this franchise, and he has earned every single penny of that deal. He's a second-round pick. He only signed a $100 million, $100 million deal the first time with the Knicks. He deserves all the coins he can get. Jalen Brunson will be passing up on $114 million guaranteed. Guaranteed. It is wild. It's a wild thought, but a reason he could be doing it is he doesn't want to run the risk of getting hurt next year. He knows that smaller guards in the NBA have a shorter lifespan. So he's signing up for the guaranteed money as soon as possible. And I will never fault a player for that. But maybe he's doing it because he's the leader of the team. He's the heartbeat of this team. He's a winner. He's a competitor. He's not egotistical. And he is a team 8. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. He's just passing up a lot of money, and the guy deserves it. If he were to sign that 4-year contract extension today, he would be paid $39 million over the next 4 seasons. If he waits until the summer of 2025, he would be on a 5-year deal with an average annual value of $54 million. He's passing up north of $15 million per year. We don't deserve Jalen Brunson. I don't know what I did right. I don't know what you did right. I don't know what anybody did right for Jalen Brunson to be a Knick and be this loyal to them and this committed to winning. We do not deserve Jalen Brunson. I've said it once. I've said it again. He saved New York Knicks basketball, and he's going to continue to do it, is what it seems like. Jeremy Cohen, one of the best follows on Knicks Twitter. Give him a follow. Check his stuff out. Does a great job. Very great tweet here. Says, the first year salary of this extension for Brunson will be $34.9 million per year, which means Brunson would be, as of now, the 34th highest paid player in the NBA for the 2025-2026 season. He would be earning less than players like Darius Garland, LaMelo Ball, DeAndre Ayton, and Desmond Bane. We don't deserve him. We do not deserve someone like this. We are lucky as New York Knicks fans. And I'll tell you this much, and I'm going to look in the camera for this one. I hope you're watching, Leon. If Jalen Brunson takes this discount, you better do whatever you got to do to get whoever Jalen Brunson wants to play on this basketball team. If it's Mikal Bridges, you do whatever it takes. Whoever it is. If Brunson wants them here, after taking less than $100 million of the max money he could, you do whatever it takes to get the players that he wants on this team. You better treat him right. And I believe you will. You've done it every step of the way. You're his godfather. They're going to make it right. This team needs to add another great player. And it better be someone that Brunson wants to play with if he's going to take this type of discount. If this is true, it's not official. Popper, one of the most credible reporters, I believe it's true. When it pen goes to ink. But Popper, I'm going to believe him that he is in line to do it as he said. If this is true, it just paints the picture and puts more color to it. That Jalen Brunson quite literally will do whatever it takes to win. That's all he cares about. He was asked after the season, right after the Game 7 loss, Jalen, was this season a success? First time he was an all-star, had the most 40-point game and 30-point games in a regular season for the New York Knicks. Averaged, 35 points per game in the playoffs? Said no. He's going to be an all-NBA player. He said no. It's only a success if you win it all or you get close to winning, and we didn't do that. The New York Knicks have their quarterback in Jalen Brunson. They have the face of their franchise, and he's pulling a Tom Brady. He's pulling a Tom effing Brady, taking a discount to get more great players on this team. Show him some love, man. Show Jalen Brunson some love. Type those JBs in the chat. There's nobody else I would rather have on this team than Jalen Brunson. He embodies what it means to be a New York Knick. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the alleged contract extension that Tom Thibodeau and the media expect for him to sign this offseason. I know there's been a lot of talk about Tibbs. Is he the reason the Knicks players got hurt? Does he play them too many minutes? Do they need to fire him? That's crazy talk, in my opinion. I'll tell you why, but we're going to talk about the extension rumors that are out there and what it might cost to keep Tibbs as the coach of this team going into the future. But first, I need you to go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use that promo code CLNS, and Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app, will match your first deposit up to $100. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All you do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you simply choose more or less on their projected stat line. I wish I was still putting in lineups for the Eastern Conference playoffs when it involved the New York Knicks, but unfortunately that's not the way the cookie crumbled this year. So I'm going to roll with an Eastern Conference Finals lineup that has more rebounds for Jason Tatum, less points for Tyrese Haliburton, and more assists for Drew Holiday. You can roll with my picks or fade my picks, but I kindly ask, if you're going to play daily fantasy sports, you do it with our proud sponsor, Prize Picks. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS, and the #1 daily fantasy sports app in the game will match your first deposit up to $100. Support the show, support the sponsor, be a real one. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. All righty, could a Tom Thibodeau contract extension be coming up and maybe a high priority for the Knicks this offseason? Well, I have heard that Tom Thibodeau is expected to get an extension this summer, as he does not want to coach out his final year of his deal in 2024-2025 on an expiring deal. Thibodeau was asked after the Game 7 loss to the Pacers how he's feeling about it, and he said, that's something that my agent will take care of. The Knicks have been great to me. This is where I want to be. And Tom Thibodeau, you've been great to us, my man. There's been some ups. There's been some downs. There's been some moments where I'm like, all right, is this the guy? But I think we all know at this point Tom Thibodeau is the right man for the job, and I'm not sure there's a coach out there that could have got more out of this team this year than Tom Thibodeau did. He deserves a hefty extension. And this ain't the old days where the NBA coaches make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million per year. These coaches now are getting cashed out. These are the top 5 highest paid coaches in the association on an average annual per year value. Kerr comes in at $17.5 million. Pop comes in at $16 million. Spoelstra at $15 million. Monty Williams at $13.1, and then Rick Carlisle at $7.2. And if I'm meeting with James Dolan and I'm Tom Thibodeau, I deserve to at minimum be the 4th highest paid coach in the league. I'm better than Monty Williams. I've accomplished more. I've brought more function to a dysfunctional organization than he has, and that's where I need to be. It's where I need to be, and I'll be with Marshall. Tibbs isn't a good coach. Tibbs runs his players into the ground. Tibbs is the reason Julius Randle broke his shoulder or dislocated it. He's the reason that Jalen Brunson hurt his hand. He's the reason that Nick Batum dove onto Bojan Bogdanovic's ankle and hurt him. He's the reason that Mitchell Robinson broke his ankle twice. You sound like idiots. If you think that, you sound like an idiot. Yeah, you do. Because you know what? The Lakers, who have a revolving door at the head coach spot, the Suns, who have a revolving door at the head coach spot, the Bucks, who hired Doc Rivers midseason, would all kill a man for Tom Thibodeau to be their head coach. There are 20 coaches in the NBA, or 20 teams in the NBA, that would fire their coach today to hire Tom Thibodeau tomorrow. And that's on the lighter side. I think it's higher than 20th. And you know what? I don't think just because Tibbs is better than what we've had is the reason to keep him. That's like saying if you drove a really bad car for 20 years and then you got just a slightly better car. It's like, well, this is the best car I've had in 20 years. That's why I got to keep it. No, I don't align with that thinking. But what I will say is he's done enough to get a round of applause from Knicks fans, as well as a contract extension and the job to be this head coach going forward. 3 out of his 4 years as a head coach for this team, the Knicks finished in the top 5 of the Eastern Conference. 3 out of the 4 years as the head coach for the New York Knicks, they made the playoffs. 2 out of 4 years for the head coach of the New York Knicks, he got this team to the second round of the playoffs. And he was the 2 seed this year. And he won 50 games, with Randall going down in January. OG missing 30 games with the Knicks. Adversity in the front of Tom Thibodeau's walking path every single day as the coach of this year. And he buttoned it up, tightened up that chin strap, and he got his team ready to play. Massive salutes to Tom Thibodeau. Honestly, I don't care how much he gets paid. It doesn't affect the salary cap. It's James Dolan's money. I don't care about that. Do whatever it takes to keep him around. Give him a blank check for all I care. Should Tom Thibodeau get an extension? There's people who want him fired. Crazy talk. There's some people that don't think he's that good. Crazy talk. I think he deserves an extension. What do you think? Y for yes, M for no? Tibbs is a top coach in this league, ladies and gentlemen. He is. The only people I'm willing to say are 100% better than him, Eric Spoelstra. Who else? Are there other coaches that you could say? Yeah, but definitively, I don't know. I'm not saying he's the second best coach, but let's talk about the teams in the playoffs. Like, I'll take him over Mazzulla. I'll take him over Carlisle. Take him over Jason Kidd. Take him over the T-Wolves coach. Does he have deficiencies? Yes. But he's evolved, and he's gotten better every single year as the Knicks head coach. And I don't think that's going to stop. And I think that as we continue to build this roster in his name, image, and likeness, this team's going to continue to do really, really good things. And this is year one. This isn't the year the Knicks had to win. This is year one of the championship window. And I want Tom Thibodeau to be that guy on the sideline next to Jalen Brunson and keep that family atmosphere. It's only the people that have never played for Tibbs that don't like him. Everybody that has played for Tibbs loves him. I'll go to bat for that guy. Make sure you are following me over on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG at @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there, and let's go Knicks!